Okay, perfect topic is the mini like desktop aquariums and everything. One thing I will go ahead and say is I guess I don't want to say against, but I'm not really for anything smaller than 2 gallons, yet I do use a 1 gallon when need be. Reason why: the smaller the tank, the harder it is to cycle. So what you're going to run into is frequent water changes, and a lot of people believe that you can take a betta fish and put it in a small bowl and think it's going to survive. Well, an example of how I like to explain that is like having a car in a garage. You're running the car in the garage while the door and everything's closed. Well, you're going to be able to survive for a few minutes, but without any kind of ventilation and filtration, you won't last long. Whereas you can take a garage, have a car running with that amount of space, or have a bigger space, you've got more fresh air in there, and you're able to have air circulation, like I say, a window open or something. So that goes along with the bigger the tank, the better for the fish, and the easier it is to maintain. And a lot of people don't realize that a small tank is difficult, but small desktop aquariums, I love them. I mean, here we go. I've got a little small one right here. I'm going to set up for a betta fish that I have. I'm tearing down my large aquarium, or two of my large aquariums, and going with something smaller. I've got a 2 gallon here that I use for a betta, and then I've got this acrylic one with the neon yellow green on it, and that's about a 5 or so gallon. The other one, I think it says a 5, but it's actually a 7 gallon. And then right on the top right there, I've got a 1 gallon aquarium. Now I will say they are great hospital tanks. So if you've got a bunch of fish, even one fish in a large aquarium, get a 1 gallon aquarium. Use that as your medication hospital tank, so you don't contaminate the other fish or any substrate or decorations or anything like that you have in your main aquarium, so you don't have to worry about throwing it away. Because if you get an aquarium that has, or get a fish that has ick, well, in short, your stuff is no good, and the only way to actually kill the ick is with chemicals that would saturate the decorations in the tank and kill the next load of fish that you put in there. So 2 gallons and above, you can use filters. So here's how you want to do it. I like to put my fish into a small aquarium, or if I do put them in a small desktop style aquarium, I usually let them sit in there 1 to 2, maybe 3 days to allow the nitrogen cycle to start to build up the ammonia. Once I do that, I go to one of my larger aquariums and I pull out like some gravel, for example. I use the gravel to kickstart my nitrogen cycle, to have the beneficial bacteria in there to allow it to get on the filter. Yes, you can use filters on small aquariums like a 2 gallon, and I've done it. You can buy them to where they're submersible, which I don't really agree with the gravel vacuums, but they work as well. You just have to clean them a lot more. I like the HOB or the hang on back type, or the ones that have the suction cups that hang inside the aquarium just above the filter level. You will need a heater as well. Make sure you get one rated for a small tank. Be careful, because even small heaters rated for small tanks will actually cause the water to get hot. I had one that was like 10 watts or something like that, or it was rated up, no, it was 50 watts, rated up to 10 gallon, 2 to 10 gallon aquariums. Well, the problem I had with that, it actually caused my water to get up to 80 something degrees, and really above 82 degrees is too hot for the fish. Decorations, you can even put plants inside of these things. I mean, especially ones with the LED lighting, I definitely agree to go with that. It looks really nice in a small area, especially an office. So if you got an office to where you want to have some fish, don't put anything bigger than like a betta. If it's 3-4 gallon, you can put some tetras with the betta, just a couple small fish. Neons do go better in groups of 5, so 10 gallon really is the minimum for that amount of fish with a betta and such, but you could still do it with a small aquarium. Just be very careful. Bettas don't like high movement of water, so make sure your filter is not going to push out a lot of water in that small space. But other than that, I mean, yeah, the desktop aquariums are pretty awesome. I enjoy them. I like to have them set up right here by my work area or my computer desk so I can see and watch my fish.